Well, I've selected this portion of the road at one of my rides to demonstrate a technique. It is not the technique, there are many other ways, but a technique to successfully ascend a small incline or hill. Now, I happen to know it's coming up, and I can see it. If you look up ahead at the roadway, you can see it starts to go upward. So I'm cruising along here at a pretty, at a comfortable speed. And I got to start thinking, oh boy, before I start cursing the devil and calling this one of the OS hills, let's get up and over this thing in no time, okay? It's just an incline. So right about here, knowing it's coming, I'm going to shift in the rear, stay in my big chain ring, just to go slightly easier gear. Now you don't want to be going too low, because you start spinning in too low a gear at this point, you can use up a lot of energy. So now you can almost tell I'm slowing down. I'm going to shift one more time in the rear, slightly lower gear, not to the hill yet. I'm on it. It's a little bit harder, and I get about to this point, which is maybe 3/4 the way up. I say to myself, well, time for the small ring. So now I shift into the small ring at this point. Now my legs have to go a lot faster per foot of travel, but it's easy, and I'm almost at the top. So it's been roughly 2 minutes since we started, and here I am at the top. And review that, I shifted into a low gear in the rear while still in my normal front chain ring. I waited until the top, until about 3/4 to go into my small ring, and now I'm at the top. I'm going to shift now into my big ring again and be back on my way. So within a 3-minute span, we ascended. I will get the specifics on the height of that little climb, but you'll see it's so much better using the tool called the bicycle instead of walking up and grunting away, and I never had to push hard. I used the mechanical advantage of the bicycle to help me get up the hill quickly. And here we go to another one. This is nothing. This is a little slope, and you attack slopes by speeding up on the downhill before it. You get up the slope a bit, you get near the top, you start to see, oh, I'm working hard. So now I'm going to just shift to my lighter gear in the back until I'm up at the top. So here I am. So that's the Tour de Pink way of going up a hill. I'll do another one later, maybe one that's a little more severe, but not one that we would encounter necessarily. I'll do it just for demonstration purposes. So next time while you're out riding, practice that. Okay. So here's an alternate method. And the method is that as you see the hill coming, you shift into your small ring early. But you double shift. You shift into the small ring, and then you shift into a higher gear in the back, or a smaller cog. And it's only going to be temporary. As you approach the hill, then you'll find that you will want to start to downshift by getting into lower gear in the rear, keeping it in a small chain ring in the front, and proceeding in that method until keep on downshifting until you reach the top of the hill. You might find that this is a little bit easier, and that you enjoy it. So give that a try. Here's another little uphill. I'm just going to do this the same way. I'm going downhill, gain as much speed as I possibly can while I'm going downhill. It's called momentum. And then I see the hill. Oh, that devil. So I'm still in my downhill gear. Now I'm going to start to shift lower gear in the back, lower gear in the back. Okay. So now I'm in a nice lower gear. I'm doing the same spins. Get up here. You can tell I'm slowing down. Big ring's too much, so now I'm going to switch to the small ring. There I go. Now I'm in the small ring for the last part. I didn't have to change the rear because I was already in a low gear. I went from big to little. And now, even to the point where you get here and you say, oh my. So you shift in the back again. Slightly lower gear in the back. Until you get up to the top. And then once you crest, first thing you do when you crest, at least what I do, and don't forget I'm me and not you. So you get to the top, I shift to my big ring first, staying in my low gear in the back. And that will dictate how much I can shift up again in the back. Because usually when you get to the top, you start to go down again. So there's a quick lesson. Same technique.